We all want to improve our lives, but what if I told you that just 1 week of simple changes could completely transform your mindset, productivity, and happiness? It might sound unbelievable, but I promise you these are not just ordinary tips. These are real, practical habits that I personally tested, and the impact was incredible. If you're ready to unlock your best self, let's dive into 7 life-changing habits that can truly make a difference. 1. Waking up early. Mornings used to be a disaster for me, hitting snooze repeatedly, rushing out the door, and feeling groggy for hours. But everything changed when I committed to waking up earlier. At first it was tough. I started small, waking up just 15 minutes earlier each day until I reached 5 a.m. The first few mornings were rough, but soon I began appreciating the peaceful stillness before the world wakes up. I used this extra time to stretch, meditate, and enjoy a slow, mindful breakfast. My stress levels dropped and my productivity skyrocketed. One morning I watched the sunrise in complete silence, and in that moment, I realized how powerful this habit was. If you want to give it a try, start by waking up just 15 minutes earlier than usual. Gradually build up and you'll be amazed at how much more in control of your day you feel. 2. Daily movement. I used to skip workouts, convincing myself I was too busy. But when I committed to moving my body daily, even if it was just a 10-minute walk, everything changed. I mixed it up between jogging, yoga, and simple bodyweight exercises. At first, my muscles ached, but by day 4, I felt more energized, clear-headed, and happier. One morning, I went for a jog in the park, and as I felt the crisp air on my face, I realized exercise wasn't just about physical health. It was about mental clarity and emotional balance, too. You don't need intense workouts. Just find a movement you enjoy and do it daily. Trust me, your body and mind will thank you. 3. Journaling. I never thought of myself as a journaling type, but when I gave it a shot, I was blown away by how much it helped me process my thoughts and emotions. Each night, I spent just 10 minutes writing about my day, what went well, what I struggled with, and what I was grateful for. Over time, I started noticing patterns, understanding my stress triggers, and feeling more in control of my emotions. One entry that stood out was about a work challenge I had been dreading. Writing it down helped me break it into smaller, manageable steps, and suddenly, it didn't seem so overwhelming. If you've never tried journaling, just start with 1 sentence a day. It's a simple habit that can lead to deep personal insights. 4. Mindful eating. Like many people, I used to eat in front of my phone, barely paying attention. But when I started eating mindfully, focusing on the flavors, textures, and experience of each meal, I realized how much I had been missing. I slowed down, chewed more, and noticed when I was actually full, rather than mindlessly overeating. One morning, I had a bowl of oatmeal, and took my time appreciating the creamy texture and hint of sweetness from the honey. That simple act of mindfulness made my meal so much more enjoyable and satisfying. Try eating 1 meal a day without distractions, savor every bite, and see how much better you feel. 5. Limiting screen time. I used to spend hours mindlessly scrolling on my phone, feeling drained but unable to stop. So I set a 1-hour daily limit for social media and entertainment. At first, I felt the urge to check my phone constantly, but soon I found myself rediscovering old hobbies, reading more, and even taking walks in the evening instead of watching TV. One day, I spent an afternoon at a cafe with just a notebook, jotting down my thoughts. That peaceful moment made me realize how much digital distractions had been stealing my time and focus. If you feel overwhelmed by screens, try setting small limits and use that time for something more fulfilling. You won't regret it. 6. Practicing gratitude. This habit was a game changer. Every night I wrote down 3 things I was grateful for. At first they were simple: good weather, a kind stranger, my morning coffee. But over time, I started noticing more positivity in my life. One evening, I wrote about a friend who had checked in on me after a tough day. That small act of kindness stayed with me, and acknowledging it in my journal made me even more appreciative of the people around me. Try this. Each night, list 3 things you're grateful for. You'll be surprised at how much this simple habit shifts your mindset. 7. Setting daily intentions. Instead of jumping straight into my to-do list, I started each morning by setting a simple intention for the day, whether it was to stay present, be patient, or focus on a specific goal. One day, my intention was to listen more. That day, I had a conversation with a colleague where I really focused on what they were saying rather than thinking about my response. The result? A more meaningful, connected interaction. Take a few seconds each morning to set an intention. It's a small habit that can have a big impact. These 7 habits transformed my life in just 1 week, and they can do the same for you. You don't need to do them all at once. Just pick one and try it for a few days. Small changes lead to big results. Let me know in the comments which habit you're most excited to try. And if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's keep growing together. See you in the next video.